Oh my god, it feels like it's been forever since I've done a Titanfall 2 video. Oh wait, it has been a grip. Well, to be honest, there hasn't really been anything to cover. There hasn't been any new info, there hasn't been any new content, there hasn't really been a whole lot of anything. I purposely skipped out on doing my February State of the Game video because I've actually been kind of salty and disappointed with Respawn, so I felt it wasn't a good idea to make a video where all I wanted to do was gripe, complain, bitch, and whine about lack of content and Respawn letting a game I love most currently fizzle out and die. But apparently, I'm not the only one who has been feeling this way, especially since Respawn posted an article today responding to this feeling of disappointment that I guess more than just myself has been feeling lately. They acknowledged their lack of communication, lack of content, gave some excuses / reasons why, but also what they wanted to accomplish in the future and also some hints on what's to come. So before I get on my soapbox, here's the article. Hey friends, we've seen a lot of questions about what's actually going on with the future of Titanfall. And as we take a quick breather in between DLC drops, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on where we are at and what Respawn is up to. Titanfall has always been and remains a huge part of our studio. With 2 highly rated Titanfall games under our belts, we're very proud of what we've made and the foundation we've laid for the franchise. Titanfall 2 remains healthy and growing with new players coming in every week. Right now we're focused on the long-term future of Titanfall and we're excited about it. The core Titanfall team is working away on lots of cool stuff, whether that be DLC for Titanfall 2, action blocks and prototypes for future Titanfall projects, or other crazy science experiments. We're just getting started, and we can't wait to take you, our community, along for this ride. As far as DLC for Titanfall 2, we've made some great improvements to the game and added rad content like Live Fire Mode and Angel City, but we could have done a better job at communicating the breadth of stuff we plan to release. This is something that we will get better at, and the studio remains committed to supporting Titanfall 2 with free content as well as new Prime Titans, store items, and more. The next Frontier News Network will be out on March 23rd, and you'll want to make sure to keep an eye out for it as we will be revealing the first details regarding our March DLC content. In April, we will provide a broader view at how we will be supporting Titanfall 2 over the next few months. Outside of the studio, we are exploring new ideas that expand the Titanfall universe with partners like Nexon, who is currently working on other Titanfall projects, including a free-to-play version of Titanfall for Korea. We've also teamed up to develop awesome mobile titles set in the world of Titanfall. They've got some exciting stuff in the works that we'll be talking about in the near future. Titanfall isn't the only game being worked on here at Respawn. Stig Asmussen, who previously worked on the God of War franchise, has been leading a separate team that has been quietly working away on our Star Wars title. That project is still wrapped in secrecy and we won't be talking about it for a while. Lastly, we've been working on building new ways of getting more info and communications out to the community. Next month, we'll be kicking off a Q&A video series, developer blogs, and more. Our goal is to start providing regular content that gives more insight into the people and work they do at Respawn and give a more satisfying feedback loop to players so that their voices feel heard. We are incredibly passionate about Titanfall and have lofty aspirations for what we want to achieve not only with the game, but also with you, the community. So as always, thanks for all the support. So it's always refreshing to see or hear about new stuff regarding any game you're into. At first glance, I was kind of excited after reading this, but as I put this video together and reread it, I slowly returned to my original sour state. The March content isn't going to be released until the end of the month, so we still have to wait. They mentioned that in April sometime, they will be announcing another roadmap of content. But in all honesty, if it's a repeat roadmap from the last time, expect 2 maps and maybe another contribution to the game cosmetics store to hold us over for the next 4 months or so. Now what I'm hoping to hear in April is new Titans and new weapons and new map, quote-unquote packs of actual new maps along with remakes. But maybe that's asking too much, I don't know. They did announce something that I suggested they do back in my January State of the Game video, and that is regular Q&A video series. Games like Division and For Honor already do this on a weekly basis. So if handled properly, that series should help both Respawn and the community in its communication and other things. I just want to touch on one last thing. I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy or that I hate the game now. I'm just disappointed in the lack of content. I still play the game and love everything about it. I just miss the momentum it had in the beginning where everyone was playing it and everyone was excited for more content. Then over time, as the little content became available, combined with the crap load of games that launched in February and March, I would say, judging from my massive friends list alone, that this game has lost over 75% of its player base. I know all of my Titanfall buddies are bored of it and have moved on, and sadly, I think it comes down to content. Content would bring back some players and would maintain the existing player base. One remake map from Titanfall 1 every 3 months doesn't really cut it. One little game mode with 2 exclusive maps doesn't cut it either. Sure, it's nice, but if this is the result of free content, I'd gladly swap it for paid content. Besides, isn't the in-game store supposed to help fund the DLC drops? I'm sure they are doing way better off financially off of the cosmetic items than they would have off of season passes. So where's the content? Maybe they're planning a slow 2 to 3 year life cycle of content trickling in here or there. I don't know. I think they should be doing at least a remake map every month on top of a standard map pack drop of new maps every 2 to 3 months, just like every other shooter. Well, with the exception of Battlefield 1, who dropped the ball also this year with their content. Also, if they are going to have a cosmetic-only microtransaction store that the community actually loves, then they need to stock it regularly. Maybe every other week, add something to bring people back for a couple of days. Release the level cap for crying out loud, so the majority of us who are already max level and have been for quite some time can take advantage of this pointless featured playlist with double XP. I can go on with ideas, but ultimately, I think that if they staggered content more frequently and regularly, people would come back and people would stick around longer between DLC drops. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I've offended you, or if I'm just being a little bitch, or whatever. It's been a while since I've made a Titanfall video, and I haven't talked to any of you in a minute, so I'd love to hang out in the comment section like back in the day, but maybe I've been away too long and you guys have all disappeared. We'll see. And always, I still stream daily over on Twitch at twitch.tv/SlyGumbi from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So feel free to swing by and say hi. Even if I'm not playing Titanfall, it's nice to chat about anything, even if it has nothing to do with the game I'm playing. And on that note, I'll catch you guys all later.